Micah Smith. I'm in speech 1311. I'll be giving my speech on Althea Gibson. This is everyone inside my observers. Awesome. So in today's sports, we see all different nationalities compete against each other, but it wasn't always that way, especially in the 1950s and the 1960s. When segregation was in full force in the United States, could one woman be the pioneer for change? Today, I'll be giving you information about Althea Gibson. There are three main ideas about Althea I would like to discuss. I'll start by discussing Althea's childhood and education. Then I will move to discuss Althea's tennis career. And finally, I'll be finishing by sharing the legacy that lives on after Althea. So let me begin by telling you about Althea's childhood and education. Gibson was born in Silver City, South Carolina, and learned the sport of tennis to stay out of trouble. Initially, she had to wait until the courts were closed at night to practice. Okay, so a lot of the moves that she learned initially in tennis and the points where she learned to hit the ball at that made her so good in her career was because she had to play after hours, so she had to memorize where the lines were to be able to play after hours. Remember, this is a time in the 50s and 60s where she was not accepted. This is Althea at a young age playing tennis. She went on to attend college on a sports scholarship after winning multiple tournaments. As stated in a Time magazine article about Howard Chewitt-Yon, Gibson grew up in Harlem, sharp enough to shoot pool with the local Sharks and tall enough to play basketball with the boys. She was impossible to beat at paddleball, a skill that evolved into her powerful game of tennis. And soon her talents were gradually admitted by the white-only tournaments. But even while winning, she was denied rooms at hotels. One refused to book reservations for a luncheon in her honor. Right, so that's an amazing point where you have someone that's being recognized for her talents, but she can't actually book a hotel room to sleep in, right? So now let's move on to discuss her tennis career. In 1951, she was the first African American invited to enter the All-English tournament in the Wimbledon. This is a picture of the parade that was thrown in New York City after she won the Wimbledon. As stated by Francis Clayton Gray in Black Enterprise, Althea clenched her jaw to fight back tears as she was accepted the 28-inch gold saber adorned with the bas-relief images of women athletes engraved by the names of the previous champions. Althea was honored that she was the first Wimbledon winner to receive an award from Queen Elizabeth, and one and only a few to have an award presented by any queen. Shaking hands with the Queen of England was a long way from forced to sit in the color section in the back of the bus, right? So just take a moment to realize where Althea came from. She had to sit in the back of a white-only bus to get to a tournament, the Wimbledon, in which she was the first black woman to play in, to win, and to then be honored by a queen. That's truly amazing. And finally, I will finish by sharing Althea's legacy with you all that lives on today. After she won the French Open in 1956, Althea was the first black person, male or female, to win the Wimbledon in 57 and 58. She took the titles in both the doubles and at the Wimbledon, the singles and the doubles at the Wimbledon. And finally, I finish by sharing Althea's legacy with you that lives on today. So, athletes of all nationalities are able to play the sport of tennis and golf. So this is actually a photo of Althea. She was the first black woman to play in a professional tournament. So not only did she cross barriers in tennis, she was the first black woman to cross barriers also in golf. So, you know, athletes of all nationalities, when we look at golf tournaments today and we see blacks, whites, Indian, Asian, Althea was a true pioneer that began this process and gave a lot of those athletes the opportunity to be a participant in those tournaments. The second thing that she did, she gave a voice to all the women, I believe, that are in sports today. So I think that is truly important. Not only do I feel like women have a voice now, but they're listened to on the professional level, and I feel like Althea was one to be able to be a pioneer that led to that and was able to make that happen. This is a picture of the Althea Gibson Early Childhood Academy. So this school was built in her honor. As stated in the article of the American School and University, the Academy's arrangement on its inner city site provides students who may carry a fear of their surroundings within the school a sense of a safe haven. The outdoor play area, inaccessible to the public, is strategically located away from any streets and sheltered by both the building and an attractive wrought iron fence. So one thing with Althea's childhood that changed was that now in this school, this is a safe haven that everyone can go to. So that's really amazing. So in conclusion, I just told you the aspects of Althea Gibson's life. One, I started by giving you the information on her childhood and education. Then I informed you about her tennis career. Lastly, I gave you information about her legacy and how it lives on today. Althea Gibson has made such an impact in the world of sports and paved the path for so many athletes today, regardless of their nationality, to play sports. To play the sports they love, she was truly a pioneer. And as you look up there on the screen, there's a lot of female athletes today, a lot of voices, a lot of women that are being heard today that, you know, Althea paved the way for. Thank you guys.